Hello my lovely kids, this is your mentor Neetu. We are doing Math Skill Class 7 by G. Ram Books. So today we are starting Chapter 9, Lines and Angles. See, learning outcomes. In this chapter you will learn about line, segment, angle, pair of lines, line, types of angles, angles made by a transversal with two lines, ray, pair of angles, and angles made by a transversal with two parallel lines. Now boot up to recapitulate previous knowledge of concepts. Competency based questions. A part, multiple choice questions. The first one, if each angle of a triangle is 60 degree, it means the triangle is an equilateral triangle, because we know in an equilateral triangle all the sides and all the angles are equal and each angle is 60 degree. The second one, a triangle with three unequal sides is a scalene triangle. Okay. The third one, the degree measure of 3/4 of a complete revolution is 3/4 of complete revolution means 3/4 of 360 degree. That is 90 into 3, 270 degree. Now the fourth question, which of the following is an example of parallel lines? So you know railway tracks. Okay. Now B part, filling the blanks. The first one, and dash is formed when two rays have the same starting point. An angle is formed. Okay. The second one, a triangle is called dash if its two angles are equal. When two angles are equal, it means opposite sides are also equal. So that triangle becomes an isosceles triangle, right? The third one, the longest side of a right angle triangle is called hypotenuse. Okay. Hypotenuse. Right angle triangle mein we have three sides. So one is base, one is height or altitude or perpendicular. The third side is the hypotenuse, which is the longest side. Right? Now the next is fourth, a line that bisects a side or an angle is called bisector. Fine. Now C part, write T for true and F for false statements. The first one, the two diameters of a circle will necessarily intersect. Yes, they will intersect, definitely. True. The second one, the center of a circle is always in its interior. Yes, this is true. The third one, the two chords of a circle will necessarily intersect each other. No, this is not true. So this is false, right? Then the fourth one, the angle sum property of a triangle states that the angles of a triangle always add up to 360 degree. No, the sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. So this is false, right? Now this is the introduction time. You have already know how to identify different lines, line segments and angles in a given shape. Let us revise them. Line segment. Line segment is the shortest distance between any 2 points. It has 2 end points. It cannot be extended in any direction. A line segment can be measured, so it has finite length. Here you can see AB is a line segment. Its endpoints are A and B. Okay. It has a fixed length. And how we can write it? It is denoted as AB. Right? Fine. Now the next is line. Line means a line segment extended in both the direction becomes a line. लाइन को हम both directions में extend कर सकते हैं. A line has no end point. It can be extended endlessly in both the directions. We can say that a line has infinite length that cannot be measured. Line segment is a part of a line. Okay, see here, XY is a line and it is denoted as like this. Both side हम arrow show करेंगे because it has no fixed length, no end points. Okay, now come to next, ray. A line segment when extended in one direction only, it becomes a ray. It has one initial point. It has no finite length. Like sun ray, you know, initial point, starting point, sun, but we don't know its ending point. Okay, so here OX is a ray. It is denoted as OX. O is the starting point. We don't know ending point, right? So O is the initial point. So how we can write OX, and one side arrow we can show, right? Now the next is angle. Two rays having same initial point form an angle. An angle can also be formed when lines or line segments meet or intersect each other at a point. When two rays or two lines or two line segments meet at a point, then we get one angle. Okay, now see types of angles. We have different types of angles. The first one is acute angle. An angle whose measure is less than a right angle is called an acute angle. See here ABC, this is an acute angle. It is less than 90 degree. It is 30 degree. Okay. Now obtuse angle, an angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. जो 90 डिग्री से बड़ा होगा but 180 डिग्री से छोटा होगा, that angle is an obtuse angle. See 125 degree, it is more than 90 but less than 180 degree. So this angle you can say DEF, this is an obtuse angle, right? Now see next, right angle. An angle whose measure is equal to 90 degree is called a right angle. See here ABC, this is a right angle. So angle ABC equals to 90 degree. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Straight angle, an angle whose arms form opposite rays is a straight angle. It measures is 180 degree. This is 180 degree angle, straight angle. You can see angle AOB. This is a straight angle. Okay. Now zero angle, an angle whose arms coincide with each other without taking any rotation is called zero angle. You can see over here. Okay. So this is the zero angle. Now complete angle, an angle whose arms coincide with each other after taking a complete rotation is a complete angle. Okay, one complete round. So angle AOB is a complete angle. It measures is 360 degree, right? Now reflex angle, an angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. Here you can see this shaded one. This is the reflex angle. Okay, angle AOB, right? Now the next we are talking about pair of angles. The first one is complementary angles. If the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, अगर दो angles का sum 90 degree होगा, then the angles are said to be complementary angles. Okay, each angle is said to be the complement to the other. See here, we can see angle AOB and BOC. Their sum is 90 degree. So angle AOB plus angle BOC equals to 90 degree. So these are complementary angles. They are complement to each other. Fine. Now the next is supplementary angles. If the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are said to be supplementary angles. Each angle is said to be the supplement of the other. Okay, in figure angle AOB plus angle BOC equals to 180 degree. You can see angle AOB and angle BOC. Their sum is 180 degree. So these are supplementary angles. Okay. Now adjacent angles. Two angles in a plane are said to be adjacent angles if they have the first one a common vertex, okay, and the second a common arm, and the third one their other two arms lie on the opposite sides of the common arm. See here angle AOB and angle BOC, they have the common vertex O and one arm is common. OB is the common arm and the other arms are on the opposite side of the common arm. Okay, so these angles are adjacent. They have a common vertex O, common arm OB, and the other two arms OA and OC lie on the opposite sides of the common arm OB. I hope this is clear to you. The next is linear pair angles. A pair of adjacent angles is said to form a linear pair of angles if their two non-common arms form a straight angle or they are opposite rays. Okay. See, we have two angles and if these are adjacent and their sum is 180 degree, then this is said to be linear pair. You can see angle AOB and angle BOC form a linear pair since the non-common arms OA and OC they lie on the same line. So thus the sum of the measures of a linear pair is always 180 degree. Okay. Now the next is vertically opposite angles. Two angles formed by two intersecting lines which have no common arm are called vertically opposite angles. Intersection of two lines means two straight lines crossing each other at some angle as shown in this figure like this. Two lines are intersecting. So 1 and 3 these are vertically opposite. 2 and 4 these are vertically opposite. Okay. So next is the vertically opposite angles are always equal to each other. So in this figure you have seen two lines AB and CD. They are intersecting at point O and we are getting angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. So angle 1 and 3 they are opposite. So angle 1 equals to angle 3 and angle 2 and 4 they are opposite. So angle 2 equals to angle 4. So we are getting two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now one is absorbing facts. Angles at a point. When different rays start from a common vertex or initial point, they form different angles. These angles are called angles at a point. When two lines or two rays they are cutting, they are intersecting at a point, so we are getting different angles and we can see they are forming a circle, a complete round. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 equals to 360 degree. The sum of all the angles at a point is always 360 degree. Okay. Now we have some examples. Let us attempt example 1. Find the complement of the following angles. The first one is 47 degree. So how we can find out its complement? We know complementary angles, their sum is 90 degree. The second angle would be 90 minus 47, that is 43 degree. Okay. The second part 55 degree. So its complement is 90 minus 55, that is 35 degree. Fine. Example 2, find the supplement of the following angles. The first one 76 degree. You know supplementary angles, their sum is 180 degree. So the next angle how we can find out? 180 degree minus 76 degree, that is 104 degree. Okay. Now second part 115 degree, its supplement 180 minus 115, that is 65 degree. Right. Now example 3, find the value of x in figure 1 and 2. See this figure 1, first part, here we have two angles 4x and 2x. we have to find x. You can see these two angles are adjacent and they are on one line. So their sum is 180 degree linear pair. Okay. So angle AOB plus angle BOC equals to 180 degree linear pair. So 2x plus 4x equals to 180 degree. So 6x equals to 180 degree. So x equals to 30 degree. Now come to second part. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 angles around a point and we know their sum is 360 degree. So angle POQ plus angle QOR plus angle ROS plus angle SOP, their sum is 360 degree. So x plus 4x plus 2x plus 3x, their sum is 360 degree. So 10x equals to 360 degree. So x is 36 degree. Okay. Now see example 4. An angle is 1/3 of its supplement. What is the measure of the angle? So let the supplement of the angle be x. Then the angle is x upon 3. Okay. Now their sum is 180 degree. So x upon 3 plus x equals to 180 degree. We are getting one equation from here. 3 हम LCM ले लेंगे. x plus 3x upon 3 equals to 180 degree. So 4x upon 3 equals to 180 degree. So what is x? 180 into 3 upon 4. So we are getting 135 degree. So x is 135 degree. Now it's 1/3 means 135 upon 3, that is 45 degree. Now factometer, the first point, two acute angles or two obtuse angles can never form a linear pair. Okay. Now the next, supplementary angles form a linear pair if they are adjacent to. Okay. Now the sum of all the angles on a straight line is 180 degree. The next is the sum of all the angles completing a rotation about a point is 360 degree, right? Now come to next exercise 9.1. The first one, state which of the following statements are true and which are false. The first one, adjacent angles can be complementary. Yes, it can be complementary. So this is true. The second one, a pair of adjacent angles always forms a straight angle. No, this is not true. So false. Okay. Now the third one, the supplement of an acute angle is always an obtuse angle. Yes, suppose I have taken 30 degree. Its supplement would be 150 degree. So yes, this is correct. True. The fourth one, the complement of 90 degree is 90 degree. No, this is false, right? The fifth one, two obtuse angles can be supplementary. Take any two obtuse angles, suppose 110 and 120. Their sum would be more than 180 degree. So this is false, right? Sixth one, two complementary angles always form a linear pair. No, this is false. Okay. Then the seventh one, vertically opposite angles are always equal. Yes, this is true. Now come to more questions. Like the second question, you can try this one. Now third question, identify which of the following pairs of angles are complementary and which are supplementary. Now take the sum of the angles. Like the first part, 63 degree plus 27 degree, sum is 90. So these are complementary. Okay. Now the second part, 120 degree and 60 degree, their sum is 180 degree. So these are supplementary. Similarly, third part, 45 degree and 135 degree, their sum is 180 degree. So these are supplementary. So you can try remaining parts. Now the fourth question, find the supplement of each of the following angle, like 78 degree second part, How we can find supplement of any angle? 180 degree minus 78 degree. So what is answer? Answer is 102 degree. Okay. Similarly, you can try this fifth part. 145 degrees. So 180 minus 145, that is 35 degree. Okay. Now come to fifth question. Find the complement of each of the following angles. Like the fourth part, 50 degree. How we can find its complement? 90 minus 50, that is 40 degree. Okay. Now the sixth part, 68 degree. So this is 90 minus 68. So that is 22 degree. Okay. Now I hope these are clear to you. See the seventh question, find the degree measure of an angle which is equal to its supplement. So let the angle be x, supplement is also x, their sum is 180 degree. So that is 2x equals to 180 degree. So what is x? 180 upon 2, that is 90 degree, right? So similarly you can try remaining parts. Now come to next. Ninth question, find the value of x in the following figures. Like here, third part, here you can see these three angles, they are on a straight line. 65x and 60, it means their sum is equal to 180 degree because they are on a straight line. So 65 plus 60, 125 plus x equals to 180. So what is x? So 180 minus 125, so that is 55. So x is 55 degree. Okay. Similarly, like fifth part here, x plus 35 and x minus 50, these two angles are on a straight line. So their sum is 180 degree, linear pair. So x plus 35 plus x minus 50 equals to 180. So x plus x, 2x plus 35 minus 50, that is minus 15 equals to 180. So 2x equals to 180 plus 15. So 2x equals to 195. Okay. Then you can find x is 195 upon 2. Means this is 2 9s are 18, then 2 7s are 14, 97 whole 1 by 2 degree. Okay. So similarly you can try remaining parts. Like here 10th question, in this figure angle 1 is given 75 degree. With the help of angle 1, find the other angles. You know these two lines are intersecting at one point. So these are vertically opposite angle. Angle 1 equal to angle 3, vertically opposite angle. So what is 3? 3 is 75 degree. Okay. Now find angle 2 and 4. So you know 1 and 2 angle, they are on a straight line. So their sum is 180 degree. So 1 plus 2 equals to 180 degree. So what is angle 2? 180 minus 75 means 105. So angle 2 is 105, right? Now angle 2 and angle 4, these are equal because these are vertically opposite angle. So angle 4 is also 105 degree. So two angles 75 and two angles 105 and 105. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Very good question. Now the next is pair of lines. अब हम बात करते हैं pair of lines. Two lines can either intersect or remain non-intersecting as shown below. या तो lines कट करेंगी या फिर lines ऐसे जाएंगी. So thus they can either be intersecting lines or parallel lines. So these are intersecting lines and these are parallel lines, right? So come to next. Here intersecting lines. Two lines are said to be intersecting if they have a point in common. The common point is called the point of intersection. For example, line L and M are intersecting lines with O as their point of intersection. L and M. They are intersecting each other at point O, right? Now the next is parallel lines. We have already learned that parallel lines are those lines which never meet, okay? Two lines which never meet. The distinct characteristics of parallel lines is that the perpendicular distance between them is same everywhere. अगर हम two parallel lines के बीच की distance लेंगे, perpendicular distance, that will remain same, right? Now for example, if two lines PQ and RS are parallel, PQ and RS, you can see these are parallel, so we can write PQ parallel to RS. This is the symbol of parallel, okay? So in figure, PQ and RS are two parallel lines, right? Now the next is transversals. A line which cuts two or more lines in a plane at different points is called a transversal as shown in figures 1 and 2. अगर एक लाइन कोई two या more than two lines को cut करती है, whether those are parallel or non-parallel, then that line is said to be the transversal. See figure 1 here, AB and CD are parallel lines and one EF is intersecting them. So this EF is the transversal. Here we are taking four lines, these are parallel and one line is intersecting them. So this is the transversal. The given lines may be parallel or non-parallel. Okay. So now the next is, you can see angles made by a transversal with two lines. अब जब ट्रांसवर्सल टू या टू से ज़्यादा लाइंस को कट करेगा, then it makes some angles. See, AB and CD are two lines cut by a transversal PQ at points E and F respectively. आप देख सकते हैं two lines AB and CD and one transversal is PQ and we are getting E and F points. Okay. Now you can see the transversal makes 8 angles with the two lines AB and CD. So this transversal is making 8 angles. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So now we are talking about which type of angles are these. The first one, exterior angles. The angles whose arms do not contain the line segment EF are called the exterior angles. Okay, जहाँ पर angles जो बाहर होंगे, you can say like 1 and 2, 7 and 8. These are exterior, right? Now the second is interior. The angles whose arms include the line segment EF are called इंटीरियर एंगल्स, यानी जो अंदर एंगल्स होंगे लाइन सेगमेंट के अंदर, लाइक 3, 4 and 5, 6. These are interior angles. The next is corresponding angles. A pair of angles in which one arm of both the angles is on the same side of the transversal and their other arms are extending in the same direction is called a pair of corresponding angles. You can see over here the angles which are on the same side of transversal, and one is exterior and one is interior. Like here 2 and 6, 1 and 5, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. So these are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. See, once again, they are on the same side of transversal and one is exterior and one is interior. See, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 1 and 5, 4 and 8, right? Now the next is alternate interior angles. A pair of angles in which one arm of each of the angles is on opposite side of the transversal and the segment EF forms the second arm of both the angles is called a pair of alternate interior angles. Simply you can see alternate interior means they are on the opposite side of transversal and both are interior, like 3 and 5 one pair, 4 and 6 other pair. So two pairs of alternate interior angles. ऐसे ही हमारे पास क्या है? Alternate exterior angles which are on the opposite side of transversal and both are exterior, like 2 and 8, 1 and 7. So these are two pairs of alternate exterior. Okay. Now the next is consecutive interior angles, means which are on the same side of transversal and which are interior, like 3 and 6, right, and 4 and 5. Okay, so here 3 and 6, 4 and 5, these are two pairs of consecutive interior angles and they are always supplementary to each other. Now the next is vertically opposite angles. You can see very well 1 and 3, one pair, 2 and 4, second pair, 5 and 7, third, 6 and 8, 4. So we have four pairs of vertically opposite angles. Fine. So now the next is angles made by a transversal with two parallel lines. अब हम बात करते हैं parallel lines and transversal. So which angles we are getting? The same angles we are getting which we have discussed earlier, but अब हम relation की बात करेंगे. See here, let AB and CD be two parallel lines and the transversal PQ. Cut them at E and F respectively. Measure the 8 angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, these 8 angles. So obtained as shown in this figure below. So we observe the following properties from above. हमारे पास क्या results आए? Let's see the first one. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then the pairs of corresponding angles thus formed are equal in measurement. जो corresponding angles बनेंगे वो हमेशा क्या होंगे? Equal. So 2 equal to 6, 1 equal to 5, 3 equal to 7 and 4 equals to 8, right? The second observation, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then the pairs of the alternate interior angles are equal. 3 equal to 5, 4 equal to 6. Okay. Now the third observation, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then the pairs of alternate exterior angles are equal. Alternate exterior angles भी क्या होंगे? Equal. 2 equal to 8, 1 equal to 7. The next one, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is equal to 180 degree, means 3 plus 6 equals to 180 degree and 4 plus 5 equals to 180 degree. ऐसी next observation है, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then the sum of the exterior angles on the same side of the transversal is equal to 180 degree. Means 2 plus 7 equals to 180 degree and 1 plus 8 equals to 180 degree, right? Now the next is, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then the pair of the vertically opposite angles thus formed are equal in measure. Angle 1 equal to 3, angle 2 equal to 4, angle 5 equal to 7 and angle 6 equal to angle 8. So we say that if two distinct lines are intersected by a transversal and if any of the following three properties hold good, means the first one, any pair of corresponding angles are equal, and the second one, any pair of alternate angles are equal, and the third one, a pair of interior angles or exterior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then we can say the two lines are parallel. Okay, अगर इन तीनों में से एक भी property होगी, then we can say lines are parallel. I hope this is clear to you. Now the factometer, lines perpendicular to the same lines are parallel to each other. Now come to next, we have some examples. Let us attempt example 1. In figure AB parallel to CD and L is a transversal. If angle 1 is 55 degree, then find the other angles. Very simple. So first 1 की help से हम 3 angle find कर सकते हैं, because 1 and 3 are what? These are vertically opposite. So 1 equal to 3, that is 55 degree. Okay, अब हम find करेंगे angle 2. 1 and 2, they are adjacent and they are on a straight line. So they are forming a linear pair. So 1 plus 2 equals to 180 degree. So angle 2 equals to 180 minus 55 means 125. So this is 55, this is 125, angle 3 is also 55. Now 2 and 4, these are equal because these are vertically opposite angle. So 4 is also 125. अब हम ये 4 angles find करेंगे. We can say 3 equals to 5, alternate interior angle. So 5 is also 55. 4 and 6 are equal because these are alternate interior angle. So 6 is also 125. Now 5 and 7 are equal because these are vertically opposite angle. So 7 is also 55. And 6 is 125. So 8 is also 125. So very simple. एक chain है. एक angle मालूम है. We can find out other angles, right? So I hope these are clear to you. So 4 angles 55 and 4 angles 125 degree, right? Now come to next example 2. In figure AB parallel to CD, find the value of x, also find angles 1, 2 and 3. See this figure AB parallel to CD and L is a transversal. We are getting angle 1 here, x plus 5, angle 2, angle 3, and these are the angles. So very interesting. So what to do? You can see over here clearly, we can see 3x plus 15 and 135. जो known angle होगा उसी की help से आप other angle find करेंगे. So 135 and 3x plus 15, they are vertically opposite angles. So these two are equal. So we can write 3x plus 15 equals to 135. So what is 3x? 15 को वहाँ पर shift कर देंगे. So it becomes 135 minus 15 means 120. So what is x? 120 upon 3 means 40 degree. X की value we know, but we have to find angle 1, 2 and 3 also. Right? So x is now 40 degree. Okay. Now what is x plus 5? It is 45 degree. Okay. अब हम 45 की help से angle 1 को find कर लें, because 1 and 45 they are making a linear pair. They are on a straight line. So 45 plus angle 1 equals to 180 degree. So 1 is 180 minus 45 means 135 degree. So हमारे पास angle 1 आ गया है. अब angle 2 and angle 3 left. Okay. अब आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं. 1 and 2 में तो कोई relation नहीं है, but 45 equals to 2 because these are corresponding angles. So angle 2 is also 45 degree corresponding angle. Now 2 and 3 are vertically opposite. So angle 3 is also 45 degree. Right? So very interesting. Okay, जितनी आप practice करेंगे, it would be more clear to you. Now come to exercise 9.2 based on such type of examples. Now see over here, second question. In figure AB parallel to CD and L is a transversal and one angle is given 65 degree. Find x. So how we can find x? Very simple. X and 65, they are forming a linear pair. So x plus 65 equals to 180-degree linear pair. So what is x? 180 minus 65. We can find the value, that is 115 degree. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. Simple question. Now come to third question. In figure, AB parallel to CD and angle AEC 45 degree and angle BED 60 degree. Find x and y. You can see these two lines are parallel. So this is EC is also transversal and ED is also transversal. So x and 45, these are which type of angles? These are alternate interior angles. So x value is 45 degree. Now what is y? Y and 60, these are equal because these are also alternate interior angles, right? I hope these are clear to you. Very simple. Now similarly you can try this filling the blanks. Now come to next over here. Like here, fifth question. In figure 2, AB parallel to CD, find the value of x and the angles marked as 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here we have two angles given, 3x plus 5 and 7x plus 5, and you can see these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. You know very well angle 1 and 2. These are which type of angles? These are interior angles on the same side of transversal. So these are supplementary. So 3x plus 5 plus 7x plus 5 equals to 180 degree. So 10x plus 10 equals to 180 degree. So what is x? 10x equals to 170. So x is 17, right? So value of x is 17. Now find angle 1. So angle 1 is 3 into 17 plus 5. So 51 plus 5, that is 56. ऐसे आप angle 2 find कर लेंगे. Angle 2 is 7x plus 5. So 7 into 17 plus 5 means 119 plus 5, that is 124. Okay. अब हमें एंगल फाइंड करना है 3 and 4. So 56 plus 3 equals to 180 degree. So that is 3 equals to 124. और आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं एंगल 3 equals to angle 2. These are alternate interior angles. So this is 124 and 56 equals to angle 4 because these are alternate interior angle. So angle 4 is 56, right? So very interesting. You can try the sixth one yourself. Now see which one shall I do for you. Now the next, which one shall I do for you? The ninth question. See in this figure 6, AB parallel to CD, find the measure of angle x and y. So here AB parallel to CD, we can see over here y and 63, these are equal because these are alternate interior angles. Okay. Now find x. X and 24, these are which type of angles? These are interior angles on the same side of transversal. So these are supplementary. So x plus 24 equals to 180. So x is 180 minus 124 means this is what? This is 56. So x is 56, right? So I hope these are clear to you. And similarly, you can try 10th question. Now this is the assessment time, competency based question. The first one, A part, multiple choice question. First question, the sum of the angles of a linear pair is, you know very well, that is 180 degree. The second question, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then a pair of alternate angles always equal. Now the third one, two lines perpendicular to the same line in a plane are parallel to each other. Okay. Now the fourth one, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then a pair of corresponding angles are equal. Okay. The fifth one, a line which intersects two or more given lines in a plane at different points is called a transversal. Now B part, filling the blanks. The first one, lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Okay. The second one, supplement of dash is 0 degree. Supplement of 180 degree is 0 degree. The third one, the angles whose arms do not contain the segment of the transversal in between the two lines are called exterior angles, right? Exterior angles. Now the fourth one, the dash between two parallel lines is the same everywhere. The distance between two parallel lines is the same. The fifth one, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, the corresponding angles thus formed are equal in measure, right? Now the C part, write T for true and F for false statements. The first one, linear pair of angles is always adjacent. Yes, this is true. The second one, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, the sum of two corresponding angles is equal to 180 degree. No, corresponding angles are always equal. So this statement is false. The third one, two lines in the same plane are parallel if they never intersect each other. Yes, this is true. The fourth one, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is equal to 180 degree. Yes, this is true. The fifth one, if two lines intersect, then vertically opposite angles are unequal. No, always equal. So this statement is false, right? Now come to D part, case study based questions. Dhruv and Shobit were playing a game based upon parallel lines and the angles formed due to transversal line. So you can see over here 8 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. L and M lines are parallel and N is a transversal. So now answer these questions on the basis of the above data. The first one, which of the angle is vertically opposite to angle 3? So angle 3 vertically opposite angle 1. So answer is angle 1. The second one, if angle 5 is 80 degree, what is the value of 6? So 5 is 80 degrees, so 6 is 100 degree because 5 plus 6 equals to 180 degree linear pair. So 6 is 100 degree, right? The third one, what is the corresponding angle of angle 2? So angle 2 corresponding angle, that is angle 6. Okay. Now the fourth one, what is the sum of 7 and 8? 7 and 8. They are forming a linear pair, so their sum is 180 degree. Right? The fifth one, which are the adjacent angles of angle 1? 1 के साथ कौन से angles adjacent हैं? That is 2 and 4. Okay? So second part, right? Now come to E part, assertion, reason based question. Directions for question 1, 2, 3 in each of the questions given below. There are two statements marked as assertion A and reason R. Mark your answer as per the codes provided below. A part, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B part, both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. C part, A is true but R is false, and D, A is false but R is true. So question number 1, assertion A, 155 degree is the supplement of 25 degree. Yes, because their sum is 180 degree. Now reason R, the difference of 155 and 25 is 130 degree. This is also right, but this is not the correct explanation of A. So answer is B. Okay. Now question number 2, assertion A, the measure of the complement of angle of measure 75 degree is 15 degree. Yes, because their sum is 90 degree, and the reason are the sum of 75 degree and 15 degree is a right angle. So both are true and this is the correct explanation of A. So answer is A, right? Now question 3, assertion A, if two lines are intersected by a transversal, then a pair of alternate angles are equal. No, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, so this statement is false, and reason are parallel lines are always equidistant. This is true. So A is false but R is true. So here answer is D. Right? Now we are coming to subjective type questions. You can try these one on your own. Now come to next integrated question. G part, social science versus maths. The map shows the area and roads around the school. Use this map to answer these questions. The first one, color all roads that are parallel to Abu Lane with black color. You can see this picture, a school. We have different roads and Abu Lane, this one. So we have to find out which are parallel to Abu Lane. So here you can see rod 1 and rod 2, right? Now the second one, color all the transversal rods with red color. So this one, rod 4 is the transversal, rod 5 is the transversal, and rod 3 is the transversal, right? Now here the third one, mark 3 obtuse angles with level O1, O2 and O3. So just find out 3 angles like this one, obtuse angles. So this is, let it be O1, okay. Now this is O2, okay, and then other one O3, you can find which one, you can find this one, right? So mark any 3 obtuse angles. Now the fourth one, find the name of that road which is perpendicular to rod 2. So rod 2 perpendicular to rod 3, right? So answer is rod 3, okay. Now the fifth one, how many right angles are in this map? Just find out number of right angles, means 90 degree. So here this is 1 like this and this is 2. So like this, find out, okay. And similarly, sixth one, mark 6 acute angles with level A, B, C, D, E and F. So just find out 6 acute angles, right? So very interesting. Now we have some hot question like the first one, two parallel lines when cut by a transversal forms a pair of equal corresponding angles. So what can be said about pairs of alternate interior angles? These are always equal, okay. See, second question, find the value of the unknown angle in each of the following figure. Like the first one, here we can see these two lines are parallel but there is no common transversal. So I have drawn a line this which is parallel to both the lines. So what to do? Now x, we are having x equal to two parts, means 1 and 2, यानी x equals to sum of 1 and 2. हम क्या करेंगे? इन फर्स्ट टू लाइन से एंगल 1 फाइंड कर लेंगे और इन लास्ट टू लाइन से एंगल 2 फाइंड करेंगे. See 45 and 1, these are interior angles and these are supplementary. So we can find angle 1 plus 45 equals to 180 degree. So angle 1 equals to 180 minus 45, that is 135 degree. ऐसे हम एंगल 2 फाइंड करेंगे. 2 and 60, They are interior angle and they are supplementary. So angle 2 plus 60 equals to 180 degree. So angle 2 equals to 120 degree. Now 1 and 2 इन दोनों की values को हम add कर देंगे. You will get x. Similarly, you can try this second part, right? Now here third question, in the following figures find the value of x and y. Like see this one here, these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. So how you can find out x and y? We know this angle is 130. So I can find this adjacent angle. This is 50 degree. Okay, now 50, x and 70, these are the angles of a triangle. So can you find x? So x plus 50 plus 70 equals to 180. So x equals to 180 minus 120 means 60 degree. Okay, now here you can see 70 and y, these two are adjacent and they are on a straight line. So their sum is 180 degree. So y is 110. Okay, similarly you can try fourth question. Now this is the time of word stock. Acute, obtuse, straight, angle, supplementary, complementary, adjacent, ray, line, vertical, pair, alternate, opposite, parallel, intersect, interior and exterior. So now see, next we have one activity for you. Objective to establish the properties relating to different pairs of angles formed by a transversal with two parallel lines. Now prerequisite knowledge, concept of lines and line segments, materials required, sheet of white and color paper, scissors, glue, a geometry box, carbon paper and a pencil or pen. Now we have this figure over here, like these two parallel lines L1 and L2 intersected by a transversal L3. So now procedure 1, draw two lines L1 and L2 parallel to each other and transversal L3 intersecting them, right? Now label the angles thus obtained by numbers 1 to 8. Now we are getting 8 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now the second step, make a cutout of angle 1 on a color paper, placing it below the figure and marking impressions by using carbon paper or tracing paper. Now the third one, place the cutout of the angle 5 and check whether the two angles cover each other or not. Note that these angles make a pair of corresponding angles. अब आप angle 1 और angle 5 को check करेंगे whether they are equal or not, but these would be equal because these are the corresponding angles. Now the fourth step, identify the other pairs of corresponding angles and repeat steps 2 and 3 to check whether the two angles cover and other or not, right? Now the fifth one, observe the pair 4 and 5. 4 and 5, okay? So they make a pair of alternate interior angles. So copy, cut out and place 4 on 5 in steps 2 and 3 above. ऐसे हम 4 और 5 को check करेंगे, right? Then the sixth one, there is one more pair of alternate interior angles. So identify it and check whether the two angles cover each other by repeating the step 2 and 3. Okay. Now the seventh one, observe the pair of angles 4 and 6. 4 and 6. They make a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Copy, cut out and place them adjacent to each other with one arm of each coinciding. So the other two arms will form a straight line, right? So 6 and 4, they will form a straight line. So I hope this activity is clear to you. So thank you for watching this video. Stay connected with us till the next video. Have a nice day and take care.